Everyone, and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to show you how to create a autotest profile, Wi-Fi autotest profile on the AirCheck G3. So G3 stands for generation 3. What you see in here on your screen is the home page from the AirCheck G3. So all the applications that you see here are per default on the device when you purchase it. One of those applications is called the Spectrum that is here. You will be able to use it only if you have purchased the AirCheck G3 kit that comes with an external USB Spectrum adapter that will need to be connected to the device to run and open that application. The auto test, the test that I call it the connectivity test because basically what you actually get is the information of the signal strength where you are standing, the information of the data rate, and roaming information if you are doing some tests moving from one access point to another. You can actually get all that information, report in a log, and export all of that into your Link Live account. So how to create a profile? Just click on the plus here and select Add Wi-Fi Profile. And inside there, basically what you will do, you will add a name or enter a name. I just wrote a demo here. Wi-Fi connection, you have the SSID. So basically, if you don't enter anything inside, you will see all the SSID that are available, and you select the one that you want to connect to. Let me select the NetAlly admin here. Then you will have the authentication will automatically be set in here. Encryption will be auto. But if you use it TKeep and AS, you can enter them in here. And obviously, you will have to enter the password to access that specific network. On the advanced here, you will have BSSID. So on the BSSID, you can select one specific BSSID, or you can leave it blank and get any strongest BSSID connected to when you are doing your test. Wi-Fi band, you can get the auto, or you can actually select the band that you want to connect. And you have some threshold on the roaming. So basically, you can actually select minus 70 dBm, 75 or 65 dBm, depending on the band that you are using. From here, when I go back to the main page, and then I can actually just select the demo once more here. And when I do this, I will start and get the connectivity to that specific access point. So what you see on the below here is a periodic auto test status. You can, when you do an auto test and collect all those information, if all those information turns green and people are still complaining that there's an issue in that specific area, you can leave the AirCheck G3 on site and run a periodic auto test every 1 minute, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes for a duration of 24 hours maximum. So the test that we have done, if we want to have information live, I can just click on it. And then I can actually see that I add the, let me dismiss this one. I have the information of the signal strength, which is minus 40 dBm. I have the information of the data rate, 866.7 Mbps, and the roam information. Again, if I start moving here, then I will have the roaming starting by 1 if I move from access point number 1 to access point number 2, 2 to 3, and so on. And on the below here, on the signal dBm, when I actually go and roam to that specific access point, if I have selected minus 70 dBm, when I reach 70 dBm here, then you will have a mark, a spike, basically, a vertical mark that will be shown here, and an order that we actually see, okay, I'm left the access point number 1, I connect to the access point number 2, and on the connect log that you will have completely on the below here, you will be able to analyze and see all that information. So you also have here the signal information, noise information, and SNR information as well, together with the 802.11 utilization, so basically your Wi-Fi network, and also the non-802.11 percentage there as well. Retry packet will actually be shown here, and the PHY transfer rate is also shown in here. So when I come back here, I will go now to the channel information. I'm on 5 gig, channel 116. And then here I can actually get the information of the channel details connected to here. I will have the SSID name, access point, BSSID and client. And that's great here because if I have the BSSID, I'm targeting have some issue of that specific SSID. What I can do, I can actually just locate that specific device. So if I'm not sure, if I don't know where it is, if I cannot actually visually see it, then I can actually locate, click on it, and then here you can use the external antenna to have more accuracy of where the device is. But if you do not have purchased the kit, the external antenna won't be there, but you will be still able to actually connect and get that information of where the device is located. Basically, if you have a signal on minus 20 dBm, you are pretty sure you are just underneath the device. You can also use the beeper in here as well. So this can be done with client as well. So let's say if I take this iPhone in here and I go to the toolbox, and I will be able again to locate that specific device. So it's a client and also the access point that you can actually locate. So obviously the external antenna is great to have because if you are in a very busy environment, you will have more accuracy to get to that specific device that you are targeting. You have the information of the router as well. So the IP address is there, the MAC address, SSID, and so on. You can run a connect log and a capture file directly from here as well. DHCP information. So you will have all those information on IPv4, but 6 is also supported here. And you also have the DNS and gateway information. Now I've added one more target, which is the NetAlly here. And to do so, you just click on the plus sign. You go to target here. And in target, you can add as many targets as you want. So you can have your company name, for instance, or website. You can add Google, whatever it's needed. You can actually enter them in here. And every time you will run the test, if all the targets are selected, then it will actually go through all of them before the test is completed. Now, you saw just before that it was, and I mentioned that you can leave the device on site to actually get the information on a specific time gap, if you wish. So the interval that is set in that example is 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, the auto test will rerun for a duration of 2 hours. And every time the test result is completed, so every 10 minutes, the information will actually be uploaded into your Link Live account. And Link Live is basically in here. So you will be able to actually get the information from that result in here. So every time a auto test result has been uploaded, you will see it from Link Live, but, and I find that absolutely fantastic, you can also follow it and see them directly on your email. So it can be on your laptop, but also on your phone. So you can actually carry the other duty that you are responsible for, or task in a way, and then you can also have and keep an eye on what's going on during the test time that you have selected in here. So this is how you actually set up a auto test, Wi-Fi auto test on the AirCheck G3. There is an auto test that can be done, which is the add quality profile. So the test that you're going to run in here, you will have to define some specific threshold. So everything on the AP signal level threshold that you see here, that goes above the 75 dBm. If it's reached 75, it will be in yellow. And if it goes above it, so you actually go above the threshold, it will be shown as red, which is basically a failure. Okay, so let me show you how that works. I will start it here. And then we'll go to the different band that you have on that specific Wi-Fi network. So you have 2.4, you will have 5 gig, if 5 gig is on that network, and you will also have the 6 gig, if that 6 gig belongs or is activated in that specific network as well. So it's going to run first the 2.4 band, then it will add the 5 gig information, and if you have 6 gig, then all those information will actually be seen in here as well. And every time you actually run that air quality profile, it's going to actually point to your of any warning that has been seen referring to the threshold that you have selected previously. So you will know and have a full overview. Is that my network right? Is that configured correctly? Do I have some troubleshooting to do? There's quite a lot of channel utilization on any channel there. Is that some clients that are more that expected to be on those specific access points, and so on. Everything will actually be seen in that during that test. And you can export all that information again into your Link Live account. So you can get on your laptop all that information and just run a report that's going to be exported as a PDF file that you can actually share with colleagues and people responsible for that specific network. So when this is done, basically, you will have the stop, and then here, you will be able to actually just go back to analysis. If there's any failure that you say, well, maybe I actually made some mistake, the signal threshold should be over the 75 or under the 75, then you can just click here and change the value. Remember, there is a pencil here. If the value that you see in are not the one that you want to use, you can always enter a custom value to this threshold. So that is how you will configure your AirCheck G3 to run an auto test on Wi-Fi and get the air quality test as well on the device. Thank you very much.